Hey, nerds! It's Geeks of Cascadia. Geeks of Cascadia. Geeks of Cascadia. Exclusive tabletop game podcast for the Pacific Northwest. All levels of gamers. Analog gaming. Tabletop news. Dungeons and Dragons and magic. Stupid, mindless bet.
There will definitely be some bet. That's probably our best. That's our best feature.
Hey geeks, Blue Samurai here. I'm with.
I'm still Paul.
We've got a great episode for you today. We're fresh from Dragonflight, and we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I got my new Dragonflight hat.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Last one they had.
That is pretty
I
cool.
saw Mark wearing one.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we got some good content over there.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really cool. On today's show, we're going to talk to Jeff. Yes. Where he's got a Kickstarter going and called Feudal Legacy.
Yes, I got to keep
Ha
that
ha!
wrong.
I got it and you didn't. But guess what? The other thing we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing of this, which is out right now. Your Spelljammer Adventures in Space. I keep on forgetting that we also have a lot of listeners. Actually, more people listen than they actually watch.
Yes.
So just to let the folks know out there, we're going to do an unboxing, and we will give great detail.
Very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
I'll let you know what is in there. We'll also throw up some pictures of some alt art because I actually have an alternative art.
I've got the
Still,
regular
Paul's
one.
got the regular one just to show you the differences.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about.
Yeah,
what
and if you want to check out our YouTube channel, it's just Geeks of Cascadia.
That's
Just
right.
search it on YouTube.
And if you want to email us, just email us at geeksofcascadia@gmail.com. You can also tweet at us or even Facebook us.
It's all the same stuff. Geeks
We got
of
everything.
Cascadia. Yeah, we used to have a phone number, but nobody called us. So
That's right.
So Google turned it off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
So anyway, let's start off the show. Sorry, Rebecculus isn't here today, but
She's got stuff.
she's got stuff to do. So, Paul, what do we got for conventions?
Conventions, the main thing, only thing, really, is we just finished Dragonflight, which was great. I really missed Dragonflight, and I missed it being in August, because August is my month for doing stuff. But coming up, we've got PAX, we're going to say Prime on our podcast.
Well, I mean, officially it's West, but you still want to
pretty
call
stupid.
Prime.
I'm pretty stubborn.
I get it.
PAX Prime, which is video games. There's some board gaming. There's people, famous people.
There's people there. Yes.
Pictures and stuff. Yeah, stuff like Doug does.
They don't know who Doug is,
They
but
don't know who Doug is.
anyway, great convention. I go there every year. I'll be there again this year. Rolling out the new, it's more digital. Obviously, it's not really analog. There is an analog element to it that will I'll check out. So
Yeah, I'll be busy in my bunker here in Everett, Washington, 1,000 feet underground.
Yes.
Just for safety's sake. Ignore the window over to my right. But PAX West is going to be September 2nd through September 9th. September 5th. I'm looking at my 9s here.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, it'll probably already be over with.
I'm going to get this
or
up,
just starting.
I'm going to get this up like tomorrow or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All
right.
You know what my schedule is
We'll
like.
see. By the way, check out our Patreon. We don't have one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So, Penny Arcade Expo, the electric one, they do have a bunch of dice and stuff. I mean, I went to one before. There's a whole great big booth of D&D dice. Did you not check that out?
No.
Oh, it was great. There is a bunch of analog gaming stuff for sale there. It was super fun. I was working the...
Yeah, you can buy some... Yeah, there are some accessories there, I noticed, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's really what's going on for now. We'll get another one up here before other things happen.
Well, there's the other con that we all know about.
It's OrcaCon.
There you go.
OrcaCon.org in January of 2023. But you can get I believe we're still at early bird prices. And that's at OrcaCon.org. And you can check out, if you haven't heard of OrcaCon, check out what we do, what it's like. It's at the Bellevue Hilton, just like Dragonflight. Although we don't have cool hats like Dragonflight does, which really bothers me. But maybe in 2024.
If we last that long.
Things have been rough, kids.
That long. Yes, please sign up for that. A lot of these cons, like our con, we struggled during COVID and barely surviving. So we would love to have you there,
And
just to keep us going.
Stay with us.
Yes.
Stay at the Bellevue Hilton. That's really Broom Nights is really what helps a lot.
Kills us when we don't have that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it for con news?
That's really all I have for
con news. Wow. Okay. Well, let me go into very brief, little tabletop game news. A lot of it coming up on Kickstarter. So first up is Ape Quest. That's right, Ape Quest board game on Kickstarter. Your monkey butler has stolen your time travel trousers, and you must fight your way through time and space to get him back.
Did you say monkey butler?
I said monkey butler.
How many T's are there?
Yep, that's the setup in Ape Quest. So check that Ape Quest. It's on Kickstarter right now. Honey Hex RPG on Kickstarter. Bees make honey. Apparently that was the first sentence I ever said, and now, so many years later, I can actually be making honey and delivering the friendly queendom? I'm sorry, I'm just reading this directly, folks.
Queendom,
or at least I can see. And Honey Hex, a new bee exploration RPG that's up on Kickstarter. I don't know, not for me, but could be for people that like bees, I guess. So check that out. After the King's Dilemma, the Queen's Dilemma, soon on Kickstarter. So check that out. What else do we have? We're going to skip that. New Kill Team coming to pre-orders next week. So upcoming weekend, it's all about Kill Team from Games Workshop. We all know about Games Workshop. Puts out 40K, Fantasy Warhammer, and Necromunda. Several new books, new box sets, new kits. It's all coming. Have a look for yourself. Check that out. It seems to be fun if you love doing those miniatures. I like miniature games. The problem is I can't paint. So I
can't paint either. My wife paints really, really well.
I borrow other people's miniatures.
I don't have the patience for miniature games.
Very sad for me. By the way, Fantasy Flight posts new Arkham Horror. So check that out. Games Workshop previews using Chaos Demons, and other armies in 40K. So check that out. Let me see. What else do we got going on? It's really not much. It's kind of light right now in the tabletop game news. But one thing I do want to point out for all of those of you that love D&D like we do on this channel is Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen digital pre-order on D&D Beyond. If you get that, it's $25.49 right now because it's on sale for a couple days. Well, actually, no. Sorry, it's not on sale. But regularly it's $29.99 on that book. And
if you pre-order the physical one, you get the digital download.
Yes, so they got a new promo.
Yeah.
Now, Still Paul did that, but you have to, it takes you to a different site.
It's confusing, and you have to have a new sign-in and everything. Which
right.
I'm sure they're going to work all that stuff out.
Yeah.
But somehow it knew what my sign-in was because they're tracking me. I don't know. I had to establish a whole new sign-in for Wizards of the Coast or something, and then it knew who I was on D&D Beyond.
Well, the biggest complaint was people were angry because they couldn't buy your physical book and your digital book at the same time.
Yeah.
But now they're trying to do it, so which is probably a positive change.
Yeah, I mean, once I got it done, it was great. But I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I did it anyway, which seemed kind of stupid for me to do that.
Now, my only complaint with this is that I enjoy going to my local game store and getting the alternative covers, and you can't really do that with here. So maybe in the future they give you a coupon code or something like that.
Or something, or maybe, well, I don't want that to go away. But maybe they start offering some sort of thing for buying, because you're buying it from Wizards now.
Yeah.
Instead of from Target or something. And then maybe you can get an alt cover that way. I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe you. There's a cool thing called bookshop.org where they could do like that, where you can order books from bookshop.org and then choose a bookstore that will ship it to you.
Of course, I think the whole thing is the alt cover is it encourages people to use their, their game store, which
yes, exactly.
we want to keep that going.
If you could choose a game store to buy it from through a website.
Oh, yeah.
That would be very cool.
Good point. Yeah. We've got a lot of good points on this show.
Yes.
So anyway, that's really all I have.
Yeah.
So
I'm super excited to get that.
Okay.
It was pretty neat to order that. And I'm pretty excited. I'm not sure what I want to run next. I was going to run Storm King's Thunder, but now I'm not so sure. I have to think about things. On my Thursday group, I have this group I play on Thursday with my friends.
Oh yes, I'm not familiar with that group since I'm not in that group. You can tell I'm a little. But I'm a busy person.
Speaking of role-playing games,
yes,
our good friend Jeff that we just met.
Is that it?
No,
or
it's
was that it?
Feudal Legacy.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
100%.
I didn't think I was right.
I even backed it. I didn't know what it was called.
Oh wow, okay.
And we talked to him for like 25 minutes, which is going to come up here real soon. But yeah, we met him at Dragonflight. He was just walking by. We just started chatting. Great guy from Missoula.
Really nice guy. Gave us t-shirt. Why didn't we wear the t-shirts?
Because I didn't want to sweat through that t-shirt today. I wanted to wear it another day. I didn't know we were doing this today.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm not wearing your t-shirt today because I wore it and I didn't.
You wore it yesterday.
I did not wash it yet, so I'm not going to wear it today.
I think I might wear it on Friday because I'm going to a thing.
There you go. You can do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check that out.
Cool. Let's do that right now. We're still here at Dragonflight 2022, and we just bumped into Jeff Wilson. He is a Feudal Arts, feudalarts.com, and he's the creator of the role-playing game Feudal Legacy. How's it going, Jeff?
Great. Thank you very much.
It is on Kickstarter right now, I believe. Is that correct?
It dropped yesterday in the morning, yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, I'm glad you told us that because that means this will be first in the shoot, probably.
First in the shoot.
Very first people I've talked to, yeah.
That is awesome. Well, you are all the way from Montana coming here to Dragonflight to schlep your wares. So tell us now this, usually, folks, we interview game designers who design board games and card games, but very rarely do we meet someone who would design an entire RPG, which is much harder. Jeff, talk to us about Feudal Legacy.
Yeah, well, I do board games and card games too, but this is my first project to be out to the public. Feudal Legacy is the RPG I've always wanted to play. All my life, when I was playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, among others, anytime I would find a little glitch, I would make a home rule and I would fix it. It would make everything go smoother.
Cool.
After several years of doing that, I realized I was, working on other people's stuff. So why not just do my own stuff?
Yeah.
And then I had like a stack of notes, and I just said, if this had some artwork, it would look pretty good. And there we have it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Great.
Homemade.
Great. Can you tell us now what type of setting? Obviously, Feudal Legacy, probably fantasy, fantasy world.
Absolutely, high fantasy.
Okay.
I break apart the class system. I don't have classes, so you can play any kind of character you want. If you want to play a wizard that uses a two-handed sword and wears armor and casts spells, you can do that. Or you could be like on the cover here, it's a little guy riding the back of a big guy. All kinds of cool stuff. My spell library is 350 spells just to start with. The expansions will have a lot more than that.
Wow.
There's a ton of character customization. Like I said, it's the game I always wanted to play.
Great. And you have, as I was looking through there, you got different races. Talk to us about that, too.
Yeah, we refer to it as heritage. We don't, that the R word is kind of an ugly word anymore.
Okay,
but yeah, you have backgrounds. You can pick, like you could be purely human, or you could be a mixed race, or you could be pure blood.
Cool.
Dwarfkin, elfkin, the classic races. I also have halfkin, orckin, and wormkin, a new heritage.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Also leave it open for more stuff.
So walk us through the character generation and how would one go about this? I know you touched on it a little bit, obviously, but what's the first step in this process?
Yeah, well, we have a traditional stat system similar to Dungeons and Dragons that everybody's used to. You roll for your basic stats, and you can pick and choose them as you want.
So you got
more bonuses the higher you get. That's pretty simple.
So it looks like might, quick, fortitude, wit, willpower, perception,
and
charisma. All right,
yeah.
cool.
Well, it actually says charm now.
Sorry.
This is
Charm.
it'll say charm in the actual book, but and then you have a series of traits, like you have rare traits, uncommon traits, and common traits, and you pick your background and your heritage and your education and your status, depending on the priority, and then there's all these individual, traits you can learn, personal traits, stuff through your education, stuff through your status, stuff through your race, and then just general stuff like cat-like reflexes and gorgeous, or mythic traits, or you had a wizard mentor or something like that. And then you can also get more stuff by taking bad stuff because you have personal imperfections, like you could be Bugsy, or we have a character I'm playing with. One of my play testers is playing with no arms, so he could get something really cool. You could, not be able to swim and that kind of stuff. Ugly, uncouth, all this. And then I have associations.
You
like,
just described Paul. That's interesting.
Oh,
Very nice, very nice.
no, he's a very handsome man.
So tell me, okay, so you build the character, you're going through adventuring. Is it very similar to other RPGs where there's a level up process, or how do you work that,
Right.
the growth of the character?
Right. I don't have levels per se, like
Okay.
you're not like a first level warrior, second level warrior, but I do
Sure.
have a skill system. So
Okay.
yeah, the skills break down into individual skill groups, and then you can specialize if you like to underneath specific skills. So yeah, you have like broad groups like archery, and archery has like bow attack, crossbow attack, siege attack, and then you can specialize in those as you gain experience. You can
Okay.
also raise your stats too.
Oh, okay. So over time, as you go through adventures and solve things and get through combat, you gain experience, and after so many points and experience, then you can transfer this into adding points to your skills.
You absolutely can,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
If you
great.
started out like a base level barbarian with a street education, if you played long enough, you could learn all of the skills. You could become a wizard. You could become a magus. You could do anything you wanted.
Awesome.
Okay, and then currently you have in the Kickstarter, you have which I assume this is kind of like a player's handbook, or is it
Yeah.
a guide as well, or how does that work?
The player's handbook, Feudal Legacy, Legends of Ix-Kendren, is the player's handbook.
Okay.
We have a stretch goal that will be for a second book. It'll be called Escape, The Tower of Doom, or Wrath of the Magus. And that will be, it's a one-shot campaign, but it's like a tutorial. It'll have how the mechanics work for everything you do as you go through. Little sections of how to play, what to do, how to play. And it'll help both the player and the GM.
Okay, so you've got the kind of like the player's handbook / guide, but then that's your campaigns, what you're talking about.
There'll be campaign coming out after this.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
Awesome.
And how does what's your goals in this the Kickstarter and everything, just so we know?
now the financial goal was 5,000, and we're about 20%. We're just like 19% right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. We did it for 60 days because
Right.
we had no idea how really long
Sure.
or what kind of interest.
Yeah.
I'm just a young kid from Montana, So
And how did you? I mean, obviously you described you played D&D, and then you had your
Yeah.
home rules, and then
I've
you
played
came
all
with
of the
this.
games.
You played all the games. So, how long did it take you to come up with all the rules for this? And obviously, it's not just you. You must have some friends of
yeah.
yours to help play test some of this. Can
Definitely.
you describe the process and how you came up with this?
I believe it was the summer between my freshman and sophomore year of high school when I first had this idea.
Oh, it was 5 years ago.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
you're
you're
very
welcome.
nice.
You're
No,
welcome.
so it's about a 30-year process. I never
okay.
took it. I never intended it to be a book. Just this is the game we all ended up playing because all the other ones had we always had issues with them. Mechanical problems, stuff that we didn't like. So, after years and years and years of having stacks of these notebooks, I got the idea, well, what if I put some artwork to it and put it in a binder? What would it look like? And, of course, the illustrations took a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been about a 7-8 year process to get the whole thing put together.
So, Jeff, I was looking through the book. It's really amazing art that you have in there. The hardest part,
Thank you very much.
Paul and I, we've talked to a lot of game developers. And one thing that we have discovered is art is the hardest thing
Oh
for
my gosh.
game developers to unless you are an artist and a game developer, you
Yeah.
cut out like half of your costs. Talk to us how you got this artist and that process.
Yeah, that is obviously the biggest hurdle. And like I said before, you're not supposed to, or you don't judge a book by its cover. But clearly, when it comes to RPGs, that is the opposite.
Oh yeah.
I found David on LinkedIn.
Wow.
And we had a quick conversation. I saw some of his work. He does really good comic art. And I said, I want this guy to do my stuff. I sent him a message, just like that. We were working together. And he's part owner, basically, and we get to... Yeah.
It's not just the art in the book, but the layout of the book is very nice to look at.
Thank you
And
very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I had to learn all of that myself.
I'm
so.
super picky about that, so good job.
Thank you very much. Like I
like
said,
it a lot.
yeah, publisher. It was I'm a Luddite, you know. I'm not a computer guy. That took some work
that's
for me. I appreciate that. I tell you, the actual book it'll be in a lot clearer detail. This is just my demo books.
Yeah.
But.
And this whole thing, you said like a 30-year process. Does that include also the play testing, or did you do play testing at the end?
Definitely.
Compile the rules.
We've been playing this for years. Me and my friends. I've got a little club. And about 12, 15 members, and we've been literally playing this book for years.
So this is the game system that they've been playing.
Yeah, for years and years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. That is pretty cool. Now, Jeff, you had told us before this interview that you actually have done other games. Can you talk to us about that?
I do have another game. Well, I have several other games. I have 3 more books that'll come out after this.
Okay.
Roughly every 6 months for a little while. And then I have a board game that's called 9 Lives, where you play a burglar, and you go around the board and you try to overcome obstacles and avoid traps and acquire loot, and you could steal from each other or get each other killed off, and you have 9 lives. So like if you die, you put another guy out there, and it's fun. It's very aggressive, and people seem to really like it because they like to go after each other.
And I'm assuming to get that game, you just go on that website, that Feudal Arts.
Well, that's a little ways down the road. We got to get these books published first, and then we're already doing 3D modeling for the board game, so it's not going to be far off.
So for the company Feudal Arts, this is the first rollout.
This is our first project. This is what we call our flagship project. Yeah.
Cool.
That is cool. Well, now one thing also that Paul and I have discovered is that game developers, this is not the only thing they do. They have real lives.
Yeah.
They actually have a job because they got to put food on the table and need health insurance.
Exactly.
Right.
So, Jeff, what do you do in real life?
In real life, well, I used to be a kickboxer. I retired now because I'm all beat up. But I tend bars a couple of nights a week, and I do wait tables one day a week anymore.
Awesome.
And then, of course, putting Feudal Arts together is a full-time job.
Yeah.
And then, of course, raising kids. That's the most important job. Yeah.
Well, we met a lot of folks who were kind of struggling to make ends meet, and then they put something together. We've met some folks have been very successful. Some that are just kind of plodding along, and it's so cool.
For fun.
Yeah. Well, we're jealous because we can't think of something like
we're
this.
dumb and lazy.
Yeah, we like to talk to other people who do it.
I think you could probably figure it out, fellas.
Well, Jeff, thanks a lot. Is there anything else that you'd like to plug about Feudal
Oh, great.
Legacy?
I appreciate all the attention, guys. Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
You're gonna be
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah. We have to do ins and outs now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Jeff.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate this. This was a great opportunity.
Good luck and take care.
Good luck to you guys.
I really enjoyed meeting Jeff on Saturday at the Dragonfly.
Nice dude.
Yeah, I
Nice
mean,
dude.
we are back I'm not looking for a phrase that's appropriate for all ears. In the back end of Dragonfly, this is the bottom floor, back hallway,
And we like being there, by the way. So don't think that we don't like being there.
Come by and see us, but to actually just bump into people, you
Yeah.
couldn't be more out of the way.
I mean, he came to us.
we were just walking by.
I mean, we were talking about like we need content. Huh? Nobody wants to talk to us.
Yeah,
they think we're losers.
I was on my phone. I'm doing like OrcaCon stuff.
Yeah.
and
And this guy comes up.
it's like, yeah, you're a developer? This is great. He's been working on this RPG, as you know, for a long time because we talked about that in the podcast.
So, by the way, Jeff, and I know you're listening to this. Good job selling it. That's what you
Yes.
got to do. You got to sell
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Got to sell it.
And there's like 55 days, depending on when I get this up, which is probably going to be on Tuesday, the 30th
Okay.
of August. So there's good almost 2 months left. I backed it. It looks great. I really like I said in the podcast, I really like the layout. It's nice to look at. The art's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not even done
It's
yet.
pretty tough. And he is going to do new things, too. This is just the start.
He's got like a board game coming out.
Yeah. He's got a
Yeah.
board game. Usually you start with a board game first. But,
Yeah.
Jeff, you're going big time. Going RPG. That is
Right.
not
It's-
easy to do.
It's feudalarts.com on the internet. If you're going
Just name
to
the company. Yeah.
Yes, if you're going to Kickstarter, it's going to be Feudal Legacy that you want to search.
Yes. And Jeff, good luck.
Yes.
We hope you do well. And then when you make it big, we've told all these game designers that. Please remember us.
Please remember us, and then when you come out with one of these 3-book sets,
Give us a free.
give us a free one.
Give us a free one. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go check out the 2 losers that are going to do the unboxing of Spelljammer Adventures in Space and
Let's
see
do
what
that.
what they're doing.
Yes.
Probably nothing.
Yep.
All right.
Great.
Hey, geeks. Welcome to the unboxing of Spelljammer Adventures in Space.
Woo!
Woohoo! Now, this lovely item is a box set. Just come out from Wizards of the Coast. Paul, where did you get this? Did you get this online or did you get it at your local
I don't
bookstore?
want to tell you where I got it.
Oh,
I'm ashamed.
no.
By the way, if you ever need to buy a book, there's a website you can go to called kickbezosandtheballs.org, and they will ship from your favorite bookstore. And the astronaut spaceman doesn't get any money.
Well, by the way, what we will be doing too is be flashing some alt covers on here because I actually got it from a bookstore because I care about my not bookstore but game store. I like my game stores. So let's just first off, before we get into it, obviously it comes in a box. There are 3 smaller, and we'll pull those out later, books in here. There is a DM screen, and there's a map. And the first thing, obviously, is we got, this is not a big deal, but this little advertisement here just
The
tells you
thing
what
on
to
the
do.
back that tells you
Thing
what
on the
it
back,
is
yeah, what it
that
is.
I didn't read because I thought this was an actual box set with dice and stuff.
And then, of course, you can see the nice little art here representing the 3 books and the circles. And so I'm trying to be very descriptive to our audio listeners out there. And it's same on the back. So it's exactly the same front and back. And the spine, of course, tells you exactly what it is. What I really like about this is the fact that they put it in a nice little box for you.
Technically, it's a sleeve.
A sleeve. Thank you
Yes.
very much. A sleeve. So why don't we go ahead and pull out the first book, which I know you did a little bit. We're not going to do a deep and heavy review of this because that'll be for another podcast.
Yes.
So
I haven't.
So,
actually,
Paul, which
I
one did you
actually
look?
hadn't touched this until today. I have not pulled these items out of this box.
Oh.
But I also have the
Okay.
digital version, so that's what I was reading
Okay.
because I'm a lazy person.
So when you get it, I'm putting it on the side here. You got Boo's Astral Menagerie, Light of Xerxes. I hope I got that pronunciation right. That's the adventure book. The Boo's Astral Menagerie. That's the monster book, by the way. And then the Astral Adventures Guide is basically a campaign setting set in wild space in the astral sea.
Cool.
Gives you the rules and all that kind of stuff.
I got through some of that. I really like the new physics I get to learn. I'm being serious about that.
Yes.
That really adds a fun quote unquote dimension to the game.
Yes.
So gravity works like this?
Keeps it simple.
It does, but it also makes you think about what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, granted, obviously, in all these things, you got to, there's a little bit of suspension of disbelief, but it's not so ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Makes it fun. I think the way they did it makes it fun. And anyway, let's go in so which one did you actually?
The first one.
Yeah. No? You don't know?
Character creation and then the physics.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
I didn't do Boo's Astral Menagerie.
Okay, well, let's go pull that one up because that's the first book in there. So, nice little cover there.
Oh, it's good looking.
Of Boo in Minsk, right there, right? Boo, you can see it right there. And for the listeners out there, he's writing, I think that's a solar dragon.
You're
It's
asking
one,
the wrong
and
person.
solar dragons are one of the items in the book. So anyway, it's a very nice cover, and you'll see the alt cover obviously on the screen. Each book is around 64 pages. I'm not going to go into great detail of this, but you'll see a lot of cool creatures in here, obviously tied to Spelljammer. There will be 1 or 2 creatures that are you've seen in other books, but most of it is very. In fact, 99% is new. Maybe the Chewinga, they do the Chewinga in here, which you might recall that is a creature that was in Tomb of Annihilation, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna have to believe you.
And Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Okay.
Yes.
We've not played those.
Anyway, there's an astral version of it, which I thought was pretty cool. So anyway, there's also some races in there that you'll be running into and potentially having a player character of, but that's in another book. So anyway, that's that's the first book is Boo's Astral Menagerie, basically a book full of creatures. So we'll set that aside there. Let's go see here. Paul, what do you want to describe this one for us?
Light of Xerxes. This guy looks really badass. No, not Xerxes. Xerxes?
We're not quite sure about the pronunciation, so we're going to give it different names.
I'm going to say Xerxes.
Okay, sure.
It's pretty badass Dragon Rider sort of a dude. And what's going on in this book? This is this is adventure. This is player characters?
No, it's an adventure.
The adventure. Well, I didn't really want to look at this because I was hoping someone else would run it.
Okay.
So
well, let me take it
to.
from you then, if that's okay. So it's an adventure. I actually read it. Well, I'll give you a review maybe later. Who knows? Usually we don't like giving reviews until we actually go through it, so it might be years from now. Who knows? But no, this is the cover's pretty awesome. Again, 64 pages. Is very compact. It's 5 through, I think it's 5 through 8 levels. So anyway, nice little book here. So we will leave that off to the side. Next up,
the Astral Adventurer's Guide. This is what gives you the physics, how the ships work in wild space and in astral plane space.
Yes.
Because of the rules for oxygen, there's rules for gravity, depending on the mass or size or shape of your vessel, ship, planet.
Ship fighting rules.
Whatever, there's ship fighting rules in here, which I'm really looking forward to. Because you know what I like having? I like having a boat in my D&D campaign.
Yes.
Especially if it's a foldable boat.
There's new spells and new items. Yeah.
But yeah, there's ship layouts. They go into some of the characters or creatures you will find in the astral plane, like plasmoids, which seems super fun. Living ships. That sounds great. Nautiloids.
And let everybody know, just the listeners here, obviously you can see it if you're doing YouTube. So it's a nautiloid. That's on the cover, so that's pretty cool.
What's on the back?
What is on the back?
Who's this guy?
Oh, yeah, that's weird. On the back, some space scene. There's a asteroid with a face on it. Not quite sure what that is.
I don't know. Sounds fun, though.
Does
it's
sound
something
cool.
that might kill one of my characters. He's got one big eye in the middle.
Okay. Next is a dungeon screen.
Do you not have one?
Let's see. We're gonna unfold this here.
Oh,
Get that scene?
Okay. We'll hold this up here. It's that thing where you always forget the information is right in front of you when you're DMing.
So you can see it there.
So,
for our listeners, I would say the scene is a very tranquil, calming. You got some.
That big shark thing is very tranquil.
No. I think it's really. You know what it reminds me of? It's like a picture of someone taking this underwater with like sea creatures around, because there's just different creatures that you see there.
This one's like a space wasp.
Yeah.
That's super calming.
I think it's calming.
What do you got on the inside here?
So so you're definitely going to want, if you're going to do any spell jamming, you're going to want this DM screen, because to the listeners out there, what we see there is rules and some encounter tables that are tied to Spelljammer.
So the Spelljammer is the chair, not the ship. Or is it the chair and the ship?
Spelljammer, the setting. So
it's a setting, but the Spelljammer is not.
Spelljammer is a ship.
Okay. It's not the chair or the person in the chair.
Yeah.
Yes, it is those things.
It's kind of all those things.
Okay.
So I'm going to reverse this, and you can. I probably can't see it even on YouTube. Probably can't see it, but anyway, the rules are there. This is a little different from the normal DM screens you have, because the normal DM screens you have difficulty tables, conditions.
This is rules for Spelljammer. Which is good, because that's what you need.
It is good, but I mean, as a DM, it's also good to have some. Oh, it does have some difficulty levels in here. Some conditions, just because it's unique, like suffocating.
which is always fun.
Yeah.
And that's in the wild space, not the astral plane.
So my advice to you for DMs who are, obviously you kind of have to have this when you're playing the game, but I would also say
read the book.
I would take your old DM screen and just have it nearby, or maybe take photocopies of it and just have the paperwork with you so it's handy, because you might want to refer to some of that. If you're not the type of person that can memorize all the rules, not everybody can do that. So.
Yeah, but it's nice if you've read the book and you have the DM screen in front of you.
Yes.
It's going to make it a lot easier.
I thought there was another
There's
item.
supposed to be a giant map in here somewhere. Is it in one of the books? We didn't pull it out.
Check out one of the books, because I believe there's supposed to be a map.
Did I not get my map?
You did
there,
get it.
I did.
Right here. Uh-oh.
Don't ruin it. Don't tear it
what do
out.
you
Don't
wanna
tear it
do?
up. Leave it alone.
Okay, there's a map in here, and what Still Paul's going to do is put it on the screen, because it is available on the DM's Guild. He doesn't want to take this out.
I don't trust you to take it out.
He's going to sell it on eBay.
I'm going to sell. Yes.
After I sign it.
This non-collectible portion.
That's right. Anyway, it's very nice. It's the Rock of Brawl, and you can check that out on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there's two sides.
Yep.
Yeah, and what one side is like just a map of the astral plane, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool.
So
it's all beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
this is good. This is a good looking set.
I like it. People have I've seen social media on this, and there's some complaints about the price, and some people feel that you didn't get enough in the books, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But look,
I think it's.
I read through the whole thing, and I think it's fine.
I think it's good value. I'm only part of the way through reading it. Yeah. I mean, it's like 3 books and a DM screen and a map and a sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? $60?
I don't know.
Let's see here.
Did you?
When I bought this from my good space friend, my Spelljammer friend Jeff Bezos, it was $69.99.
Oh, there you go.
Except I got a discount because it was Amazon, and I got points. So I feel like a terrible terrible person for doing that. But it was like 40% off.
Wow.
Yeah. So
anyway, I bought it from my game store, my local game store.
Yes.
So I'm very happy that I did that. But I will tell you, too, the other thing is just I felt the quality of the books are good.
They are.
I felt the art all around was good. We'll go into details later about reviews, but in terms of quality, I thought the quality is very good.
Yeah, I'm going to see if my Thursday group wants to play this instead of something else.
That's fine. I don't want to play anyway with you. So anyway, that's all we got. I hope you enjoy that. I hope that was helpful in your decision whether or not you should buy it or not. By the way, I think you should buy it. That's just me. I think it's good to have. And who doesn't want to play D&D in space, right?
Exactly, right?
Okay.
I'm super stoked.
All right.
All right, cool.
Let's
play. Yes.
Oh, hello there.
You're back.
Hey, we're back. What a great show.
Yeah.
We got to talk to a game developer, which we always love doing. We got to do a little bit of a reveal of the latest D&D product.
Uh-huh.
So that was cool.
Yeah, we've got another unboxing coming up of another recent D&D thing, which is actually a box, not a sleeve.
Oh, okay.
And we've got some more interviews from Dragonflight GameCon 2022 coming up very soon.
I think we got... Do we have another game designer? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
he says yes, so let's say that's what happened.
So we've got Pathfinder, Starfinder, League, whatever they're called.
Oh, that's right. Pathfinder Society and Starfinder Society.
Yeah,
we did talk to them. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were a great interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we had a great time, and we're looking forward to OrcaCon in January. But hopefully, this time at Dragonflight, we have enough content to kind of last us through the rest of the couple of months before OrcaCon.
Or maybe we can find other content at some point.
We will try. I mean, and we apologize. We have not been keeping this up. At one point, we were doing this one a week.
Yeah.
And then
the world broke.
Then the world broke. Couldn't get content. We were all preoccupied. I know I've said this a couple times, but we'll try to do better. But don't expect us to be on once a week. That's just too much.
Not gonna happen.
Too much for me, that's for sure. Can't do that. But maybe we can manage once a month.
Yeah,
You know,
That's
or
our
once
goal.
every 2 weeks or something. So,
something like that.
all right.
And more Rebeculous. More Rebeculous would be good.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, with that, that's all we got. So embrace the nerd, and I hope you make that saving throw.